Why do you have to come and share your self-crime? I'm going out to get my fridge. This one doesn't look bad at all. Hi, so today is Saturday and I think it's almost, I'm sure it's past 12 by now because I had to run some errands in the morning. Ooh, it's 12:42. I feel like I've done a lot and it's just 12 o'clock. Well, it's almost 1, so. But yeah, I went to run some errands. I wanted to film today and I realized that I didn't have foundation. Like, I'd run out of foundation. So I quickly went out and got some foundation, picked up some of my stuff, and I also got some plants. I'm torn between this one. Where is it? This one. I think this is nice. So. This one. Once a week. Yeah. And then me from top and I can leave them inside. Okay.
So the water should be at least half of you.
Say hello to my new plants. These are my 2 plants and I'm officially a plant mom again. I need to get a vase to pot them. I'm hoping to get more, but I'm starting small baby steps. Say hello to the newest plant mom in town. Also, if you notice my energy is a bit down, it's the gym. I am so tired. You should see me walk. My thighs, my hands, every part of me is sore, but I love it so much because I feel like I've been depriving myself of that feeling for years. So I'm definitely happy to be back and doing that. Also, I was going to say that I said I wasn't going to order any food from, order or eat out for some time because I spent my first week here buying food and eating out. But I also don't have a fridge. I'm sure you've heard me say it so many times, but I also don't have a fridge yet, so I pretty much am eating the same things. The few things I bought from the few food stuff I bought that I'm using to cook, that's pretty much all I'm eating, and that's not me. I can't eat. I can't, but I don't enjoy eating the same thing over and over and over again. I like a variety, you know. I'm a variety type of girl, you know. So I'm sitting in this very awkward, weird position because the living alone wahala has already started. So my parents came here, my brother helped me with my gas. He connected it to, what's this, my stove? Yeah, my stove. And I don't know why it didn't occur to me to try and see if it works. So it's not working. Now, if I were home, I'll just call my dad and tell him, Daddy, the gas is not working. And then he come and make it work. He always has a solution. But now, it's just me. I've unscrewed the whole thing. Like, look at this. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I hope it works because I'm hungry and I have no intention of ordering food. So wish me luck. I'm still trying to see if there's like some hop over here that's preventing the gas, because when I do open the gas, this is very dangerous by the way, but see, I hear the gas coming from here, so why isn't it entering here? It's not working. It worked! I did it! Alright, so we're giving this recipe another try. First of all, you need some plantain, then some eggs, then you need some pepper. If you're like me and you really love pepper, you need some pepper as well. I really don't have a fridge, so that's what this situation is all about. You need some veggies. I have some green pepper, and I don't know if this has gone bad. I don't know if it can be salvaged. This shouldn't be here. And then you need some onions, and yeah, I still have a little bit of cabbage left, so I'll be using all of this so that it doesn't go bad. I'm doing differently this time around is that I'm leaving it to simmer and like cook a bit. The other time the heat was too high and so it didn't cook. Like the egg just straight away got burnt.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows?
And now I'm letting the heat up a bit before I flip it over. Lord God, this flip has to be successful. Yay! This is what I wanted the last time, to be able to flip it around without the egg breaking up. So I'm very happy with this one. So in here's a bite for you. Open. There you go. Hello. So it's obviously a brand new day and I'm getting ready to film. I still don't have my big lights that I use to film my videos, so I'm going to be banking on the natural lights that I'm actually using right now. I think it's not that bad, so maybe I can use it to film. The only thing is that it is it's 1:45, so I have to quickly do my makeup and get through with the filming before 5 o'clock. I'm also munching on some chicken because I'm so hungry. Yesterday I got some chicken from KFC because I've pretty much been eating eggs all week, so I wanted to eat something different, and so I went for chicken. Actually I want a pork. I want a pork, but it didn't work out, so I had to settle for chicken. Can I also say that I'm really enjoying my time here? Like, when I'm making a sound, I feel like moving into this new apartment, it never felt like it's something that's going to be permanent. For me, it's a phase, right? And like every other phase, it will come to an end. So when I say my time here, that's what I mean. But yeah, I'm actually enjoying it. I like the peace and the quiet. Throughout last week, there's been some construction going on here, and that has been annoying. I've been here for some time, but today, this Sunday is the first Sunday I'm spending, like Sunday morning I'm spending here. And I noticed that, okay, I think the skin is a bit dry now. But yeah, I noticed that there's a church close by because around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, there was some music coming from the church. I was like, ah, there is a church? So what time do we film, baby girl? Like, at what point am I supposed to be filming? YouTube recommended a breakup video. I don't know if I want to watch it because baby girl is going through it, and I'm not trying to be sad before I film my video, because the video I'm about to film is pretty exciting. If you're watching this, I've probably uploaded it, so check it out. I'll leave a link in the description box. What's funny is that I know exactly what it feels like to be heartbroken, so I don't know if I want to relive that or let me just watch it. If it's not sitting well with me, I'll just find something else to watch. I know that people say that, like, why do you have to come and share yourself crying, blah blah blah, which makes sense, right? Because like, well, you're going through it, so why are you on the internet crying? But the truth is, sometimes we all have ways of dealing with stuff. Like, someone could go talk to their friends and, you know, squash it out and like get over it. Some other people could also not tell anybody and deal with it. And then there's some other people that or rather just put it in a video or record it because that's like an outlet and helps them. So, oh, 3 years is a long time. Just in case you see this video, big hug. You'll be fine, okay? This as well. I definitely need to get ankle socks for these. Today is Saturday. Yeah. Today is Saturday, and I'm going out to get my fridge. I've been living in my new apartment for a couple of weeks now, and it's about time I went to get my fridge. So I'm just hoping that I find something within my budget, something that I like, and something that's definitely not white. The fact that they have a wide range of fridges is really sending. Like, there's literally a fridge in every corner. This is pretty much, this is 10,000 cedis. So this is the same price as this. Wait, this is taller, obviously. This is like a 50 freezer, 50 fridge. This one has this for a freezer, and this for a fridge. But it's a NASCO. I don't know. So right now I'm torn between getting a Samsung, which is slightly expensive, right? Or getting, what's the other one I saw? So this is the Samsung one. This one doesn't look bad at all. Cost a little more than I budgeted for, but it's giving what it's supposed to give. This one can be folded. Are you kidding? This is so cool. And then it does this. Wow. Looks like these things have been around for some time, but I'm literally just finding them and I'm so impressed.
You chose this one.
Yeah.
Let me check if I have any in stock.
So if you don't have in stock, you give me this one.
If that's what you won't find.
Okay, sure. Please check for me. Yeah, I found the fridge I want. I finally got a fridge. I'm so happy. It's been a couple of weeks without it, so I've had to like prepare my meals from scratch, and I have not been feeling it, but I'm very happy I got it now. So yeah, I got the Samsung one, by the way. So, according to the guys at the store, I'm supposed to wait for about a minimum of 6 hours before I turn it on, so that the gas can settle and all that stuff. I'm doing big girl tints, you know. I know they don't want the money to come my way. Them know they don't go let the money to come my way. Hey. So my brain make I don't get when the money come my way. Good morning. So after getting my fridge yesterday, I had a few other things to do and had a video that had to go up, so I had to do all of that. I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, but the rule is that after you get the fridge out of wherever you got it to your home, you're supposed to let it sit for about 6 hours before turning it on. I just decided to leave it because I don't have anything to put in it in the first place. I have to go grocery shopping. Mental note. So it just sat there throughout the night. I'm sure by now it's been sitting there for more than 12 hours, maybe 14 hours. So I'll go and turn it on now. Also, you notice that my fridge was wrapped in that thing. I don't know what it's called, and I really wanted to do the whole unboxing thing with my fridge. Not like I wanted to do an unboxing video, but I feel like they took away my unboxing experience. But the reason that is, or the reason I didn't show you the fridge in a box, even though it's brand new, is because you know when you go to a showroom, whatever showroom, they usually have items on display. And then if you pick the item you want on display, they usually would have some in storage that they give you to take home. So the fridge I picked, they didn't have any in storage, so it was either I pick another one or they give me the one on display. And they didn't have the box, which was weird. Like, why won't you have the box and the manuals? Not like I'm going to read the manuals, but why don't you have them? So yeah, they didn't have all of that, so I just decided to go with it because it wasn't like the fridge was used or anything. It just been on display. Let's go set up my new fridge. Hello, Pappy. No, it should be Mommy. No, I think my fridge would be a Pappy. Habibi. So since I'm doing apartment stuff, I might as well just get this over and done with. So if you watch my moving series, you probably saw me get what's this thing called? Get blinds from the mall. Never gotten around to installing them. I don't know how to go about it. All I know is I have a screw set, so I'm going to give it a try, and if it doesn't work, I'll get a professional to come and do it.
Hey guys, welcome to another fresh episode of my podcast. This is a Christmas episode, and I'm doing my fave. Of course, talking about QnA in the building. Please put your hands together for my frame.
You know, I'm just realizing that it didn't come with screws. Like, it didn't come with screws. It didn't come with nails. None of that. I think I packed nails when I was coming to this place. I don't know if it's all in my head or I actually did pack these nails. Alright, so I'm just going to be honest with myself and not even waste any more time on this thing, because I feel like I could have done it if it came with nails or whatever, but I didn't. It literally just came with these things, and there are no nails or screws to put them together. So I'm going to stop. I have a few things to do. I have about 2-3 videos to film today, so I ain't got time for this. I'm gonna film my videos when the sun is a bit down. It's currently, wow, it's 11 o'clock. The day is almost far spent. But I'm going to film my videos, and then when the sun is down, I'll go do some groceries, and then I'll also check for screws or nails. So that is pretty much what these past few weeks, maybe a month, has been like, moving into this new apartment and settling and all of that. It's been pretty interesting, if I do say so myself, and I've made sure to share almost every part of the journey with you in my moving series. I'm talking about my moving series. We can both agree that I'm all moved in now, I'm all settled now, and it is time to bring that series to an end, right? Yeah, I agree. So this is the final episode in my moving series, but that is also to say that a new series is going to be starting very soon. You have to watch the video all the way to the end to know what series I'm talking about. But to wrap up this moving series, I decided to put together all the questions you had from all the videos that I've posted in my moving series, some of them from my Instagram DMs, because why not? So let's end this particular series in grand style, shall we? The very first question is, how long did you take to make payments after you saw your apartment? And she said she was asking because she has experienced a few scammy situations and she wanted to know how long it took for me to make my payment. So because at that point, if you have been following the series, you know that I mentioned that initially I was very desperate. I had gotten to a point where I was really desperate and I wanted to move like yesterday. So when I found this apartment, I was happy with everything. Well, not everything, but I was about like 90% satisfied with what I saw. So the next thing was to pay if you want it. And one thing I realized is that the agents, the landlord, they make you feel like if you don't pay ASAP, someone is waiting to get it. Like if you're not serious, someone is waiting to get it. And they kind of put that fake pressure on you to make payment to quickly secure the place. Don't fall for it. For the most part, they are lying. So I definitely felt the pressure. I like the place. I didn't entirely love the kitchen, but I like the fact that I have like a kitchen space. I like the rooms. I like my bathroom. I like the tiles. They were not busy. It was pretty much an apartment that someone who is trying to be a minimalist would appreciate. And the plan was to pay the next day because this agent was telling me that after I leave, he was going to bring another person in to see the place. And there are like 2-3 people waiting to see the place. So whoever comes first, they're going to get it. So I definitely felt the heat and the pressure. So the plan was to pay like the next day. Luckily for me, I have wise people in my life. Thank you very much. And so I was advised to wait, come back to the neighborhood, look at the place, ask questions, find out if aside the apartment, the neighborhood is a place that I actually want to live in. So that's what I did. I came back, I think a day or two after I saw the apartment, and I walked around the neighborhood, asked as many questions as I could, and pretty much anybody who was willing to listen. I asked about water, I asked about electricity, I asked about safety, among other things, and I was satisfied with the responses that I got. Only when I was satisfied with those responses and, you know, surveying the area did I proceed to make payment. And I think it took about 4 to 5 days between seeing the apartment to make payment. Yeah, that's your answer. It took about 4 to 5 days to make payment to secure this apartment. I have 10 questions that I think are very important that would greatly affect your decision. I made a video about them in the last episode. I'll leave the link to the video in the description box so you can check it. Ask those questions before you pay for an apartment or rent anywhere. You don't have to watch the video, but if you end up with regret, that's not my fault. Moving on. The next question is, what is your biggest fear when you started your moving out process? So I didn't have, not gonna lie, and also I don't like the word fear, so I'll use the word consent instead. When I made payment, when I gave the landlord the money, it just hit me out of nowhere that, wait, I have just paid 1 year worth of rent, right? And it means that in the next 12 months, I have to be able to gush out the same amount. Hopefully not more, honestly, hopefully not more. And I was like, hold up. I have to come up with a way to be able to maintain this lifestyle. I guess I was concerned because you can't really, it's finances and stability is good. The second thing that was a cause for concern for me was safety. When I was living with my parents, I have like 3 able-bodied men in my house. My dad and my 2 brothers, strong men. And then my mom. And even though I know that, I mean, God protects us, it's also very nice to know that I have 3 men in the house, so you can't mess with me like that. But now I'm going to be all by myself. What if something goes wrong? Or if there's, I don't want to say it, but you know what I mean? If there's any of that, like, what am I going to do? But thanks to God, so far I haven't had any problems, and I know that by his continuous mercies, I will not have any safety issues in Jesus' name, amen. Moving on. This person wants to know one thing I wish I knew before moving out. That's very easy. I said it in one of my videos, but I'll say it again. I did not know. I honestly did not know that the cost of rent is like... Yeah, I'm not holding that up again. I didn't know that the cost of rent is like chicken change compared to the cost of every other thing you're going to be getting for your apartment. And just that realization really blew my mind. Like, rent is expensive no matter where you are, but if you have to buy stuff to fill up and finish your apartment, those ones, that money, hey, those ones quickly add up, and it will shock you how much money you're going to be putting into the apartment. I've not finished the apartment and I can already feel the amount of money that I'm putting into this apartment, so it's a lot. I think that those are one of the things I wish I knew. The next person wanted to know how much I'm paying for rent in this apartment, and she left a comment in my apartment tour video. And in that video, I clearly stated, like blatantly stated, that I would answer as many questions as I possibly can. But one question I would not be answering is the amount of rent I'm paying in this apartment. It's not to be secretive or anything, but I'm not open to sharing that information because one of the reasons is that some people will just be sitting on the internet and be gauging your lifestyle.
I see you gauging my lifestyle. I see you watching my movements. This bad bitch bad every day.
I don't want you to gauge my lifestyle like that. No, it's not comfortable. Not that people go to bed and wake up thinking about me like I'm not Will Smith or whatever. But I just don't want to put that information out there. The price or the amount I'm paying for rent is where I draw the line. It's my boundary. You don't have to like it, but if you're going to be here, you'd have to respect it. And that's on what? That's on period. I don't like that expression, but for this time, that's on period. For this particular question, I have to pick my book and read it out because it's lengthy, and I'm like, what was the person thinking when they typed out this question? Let me read it out. He says, it's a guy, or at least that's what I believe. He says, hey, I'm American, would you recommend I move to Ghana this year? 1, are the people friendly? 2, is it safe? And this last portion is like what blew my mind. He says, and can I get a virgin Christian woman to marry? Sir, how am I supposed to know that? Let me take the question little by little. Should you move to Ghana this year? I don't know. I can't answer that for you, but I can advise you to come experience Ghana for maybe 2 weeks, a month. See if it's a place that you genuinely want to live in. If you like how things work, the people, all of that, if you like that and you've experienced it for a month and you believe that it is a place that you can live in for a longer or an extended period, then that is a decision you would have to make yourself. The second part of the question is, are the people friendly? Very, very friendly people. Ghanaians are very friendly for the most part. People are willing to help you when they can. So you're safe. Nobody's like out here to get you like that. Nobody's trying to, you know, shoot you on the street or anything of that sort. It's a very safe country to live in. People are friendly and helpful as well. Then the last part of your question, is it written on the forehead? I don't know. I can't answer that, to be honest. I can't answer that for you. I haven't conducted any surveys whatsoever, so I cannot tell you, like, you know, the dating pool, if the dating pool has this very specific category of women they are looking for. I don't know, but all the best with that. Next question, where did you shop for your apartment stuff? I shopped in a number of places, and my apartment is still not done, so I'm still going to be doing a lot more shopping. I shopped for my kitchen essentials for the most part from China Mall. They're affordable, and even cleaning stuff, yeah, my rag, brushes, that's why I shopped for them, China Mall. Then I got some of my items from Accra, like the main Accra market, where you have like shops, big electronic shops and all of that. That is where I shopped for my gas, my cooker and oven. That's why I got that. I got my cylinder from a shop in the neighborhood that my parents' home is, and I also got my curtains. I've had these curtains for about 2 to 3 years, and I got them from Palace. So yeah, Palace is a good place to shop. You can also check Malcolm. I went to check Malcolm for a good desk and maybe a swivel chair and see how that goes. So you can also check Malcolm if you're shopping for apartment stuff. Where else can you check? Orca. Yeah, I got a lamp from Orca, but that's like some time ago. This is not the lamp. This is a different. This lamp I actually thrifted. I'm going to be doing a lot of thrifting as well. So yeah, these are some of the places that I've shopped. I'm going to be shopping to fill and make my apartment my home. Then a good number of people wanted to know this. They wanted to know why I moved out to my parents' house why the move, all of that stuff, and I'm going to be answering that now. So I'm one of those people that thinks extensively before I make like a big major life decision. I believe that this is like one of those big major life decisions. It may not be for you, but it's for me. But my parents are pretty traditional, not all in all, but when it came to moving out, and I know that, well, yeah, I'm a woman, and so ideally the ideal thing is that you stay in your parents' house and then one fine man would spot you and, you know, come and pluck you out of, you know, your parents' house. And so the fact that I was opposing that and just wanting to move out on my own was a bit of a problem, and I had to have like proper reasons as to why. At least I thought that I had to have proper reasons that I would flesh out with them when it came to me deciding to move out. Okay, I'm blabbing. Okay, so one of the reasons I moved out for a bunch of reasons. I'll give you a few. One of the reasons I moved out was because my parents' house, my dad's house, is very far from where I work. And so I would sit in traffic for about 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours, morning and evening. Like 2 hours, like 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours in the morning. Another 1 hour, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours in the evening. That's like approximately 3 hours every single day of the week, and was really stressing me out because I have other interests, right? I don't want to leave the house at 5 a.m. in the morning and come back after 7 tired and not being able to do all the other things I wanted to do. Like this YouTube channel, for example, I wanted to pursue YouTube like full on. And so all these, like sitting in traffic and wasting 3 hours of my day, which will equate to 3 times 5 is 15, which will equate to 15 hours every single week was not sitting well with me. The second reason is that because of the time wasted in traffic, I really struggled with going out. Like, first of all, I'm a bit introverted. I don't want to be out there like that, right? And then now there are like blockades in my way, for lack of a better word. So there was nothing pushing me to go out, enjoy, you know, my 20s, have a good time like everybody else. When I sat down, I thought about it. I was like, wait, I don't have my social life is non-existent. I don't have a social life. That's not the life I want for myself. I want to have a beautiful social life. I want to have amazing friends. I want to dance my head up sometimes, or like sing my heart out in a bar. And I didn't have that. That was another reason I wanted to move out. The last reason that I'm willing to share with you is that I wanted to pursue other things. I mean, I've talked about friendship, I've talked about YouTube, but I wanted a little bit more freedom, more time to pursue other things. I don't it's like we have to bring this thing back, but I don't want to work in a 9 to 5, in an 8 to 5 even, doing something that I don't thoroughly enjoy for the rest of my life. No, it will take a very long time for me to be able to get myself out of this rat race, and I just didn't want that to be my life. Maybe I'm a bit ambitious, maybe not, but I just didn't want to wake up 15 years or 20 years from now and realize that I had just been in a comfortable enough job and I hadn't pursued other things that deep down in my heart I know that I'm capable of pursuing. I'd rather I fail at something I attempted to do than not attempt to do anything at all. But that's just me. Yeah, I feel like this is beginning to get a little deep, so let's back up and answer the rest of the questions. You know, my parents are not pressing me wherever, even though I find that, you know, living here means that my parents are a little bit out of my business. Not that they were like in my business, but yeah, once you're living under their roof, they are in your business sometimes. So yeah, that's it. This question I believe is from an OG because she wanted to know if she should be expecting home decor DIYs and, you know, decoration stuff, and the answer is yes. You already know this. You know this. I love a good DIY. Like, I'm creative, embodiment of creativity. So it's definitely going to happen over here. I have another channel that I'm going to be like in depth into the DIYs I'm going to be doing. My first video would go up, if I'm not mistaken, in a week or two. I don't want to, you know, but definitely in a week. Let's say 2, just to be safe. And over here, you're going to see the vlogs and all of that stuff. So if you want to see the DIYs, the decoration, all of that stuff, definitely want to subscribe to that channel as well, so that as everything is coming together, you have like the back, like the behind the scenes. You get what I mean? Yeah. I wanted to give a toast, yeah, to you for sticking around if you've been here since I started, and if you're also just joining, if you're literally just stumbling upon my channel and you've watched up until this point, yeah, a big toast to you. 2 years ago, I wouldn't have imagined myself sitting here talking to you in my own apartment, like literally in my own space. And I know that it all started with a dream. Why am I getting emotional? But yeah, it's a big deal to me, to be honest. But yeah, it all started with a dream and a desire to want something better for myself. So a toast to all dreamers. If you are looking to do something big in your life, or to do something that is not like the normal in your family or whatever, just to dreamers out there, dream all you want, and every single day try to take a step towards achieving all of your crazy dreams. So yeah, to us dreamers, cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, her.
That being said, I'm going to be starting a brand new series, and it is going to be all about my new life here. It's going to be all about figuring out adulthood and living alone in Accra as a single woman in my 20s, you know, pursuing all the big dreams I have in my head and all of that stuff. And of course, if you're not new to the channel, you know that I am like a big sharer. Anytime I learn something new, anytime I discover something that I think is worthwhile, I hop on here and I share it with you. So if you want to come along with me on my living alone series, I don't think anybody has it figured out, but as we go along and I learn new stuff, I'll definitely share them with you. So if that's something you want to join me on, you definitely want to hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed already, and that will be the beginning of that series or that portion of my life. Thank you for watching, and if you're new to the channel, I'm going to leave the playlist to my entire moving series right here, so you can get all caught up before the living alone series starts. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your day. Mwah. That was a good one. That was definitely a good